guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Fast Kyuujin Cosplay, and today we are back into guys with Better Call Saul.
It's been too long!
It's been a while, guys.
Yes.
Way too long.
Ever since beginning of COVID, I think. Like, I don't remember when we finished watching season 5.
Before COVID.
But before COVID, so it's been at least 2 years.
Yeah.
It's too long for a last season of a show.
I kind of miss wearing the ties.
Yes, it's
and
the only
shirt.
show that we react to where we don't have to, think about what are we
What-
gonna
what
wear
to
next
wear.
time and stuff like that. It's pretty straightforward. It's tacky. It's a bit cringe, but we don't care.
Come on, it's funny. Come on.
It is funny. Because, I mean, some people still don't understand why we wear ties and dress shirts and stuff for Better Call Saul, but if you guys have been with us ever since season 1, you know, and we are very excited to be back for this last season. Especially since last time we watched Better Call Saul, everything ended up with, I mean, it wasn't good for many characters.
No, we kind of ended up with a showdown between Lalo, Kim, and Saul.
Well, there was that, and I mean, Kim is definitely enjoying
She grew balls, yeah.
Yeah, this adrenaline-filled new adventure of hers. Like, she likes it, and it's scaring Jimmy a little bit. He's not happy about. I mean, the Lalo, Kim, and Jimmy showdown was like the previous episode, the one before. So the last episode, he just wanted to split. He was like, "Let's leave. Let's have new identities. Let's just be careful," because he's afraid that people are gonna come after him, which is a real thing now because Lalo was attacked at his home.
Yeah, and he kind of know that Nacho is involved, right?
Well, he was there, and then when everyone died, he wasn't. So someone opened the door, and we know it's Nacho, which is why we kept for this season our Save Nacho.
We lost the previous Save Nacho poster, but
we'll make a new one. But for now, it's hashtag Save Nacho. It's still going. He's gonna need it because I think Lalo is not stupid, and he's gonna know who did that. And it's dangerous for Jimmy as well because he's sort of involved with everyone. So yeah, the Kim's haha, I like this. No, not the time. Not the time. It's actually dangerous now. Yeah. So this is pretty much. I mean, I know they're gonna do a big recap. This is the beginning of the season.
Well,
it's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years, of course.
Yeah. So we'll watch the recap. We'll go back into the story. We'll just try and remember everything we've seen, everything we talked about, and I think it's just gonna be a fun last season, and I'm excited. So hopefully you guys are just as excited as we are. Let's jump right back into this show, see how they end this, or the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool. Let's go! I'm a bit scared, I'll admit. I am a bit scared.
Where are the colors?
What?
I was wondering where were the colors? That's the future.
They always
The
start.
present.
Yeah, in the future he decided to take care of his problem by himself. Ooh. I was wondering if, starting from black and white and going into color means that we're slowly rejoining the tales, but we're far from this.
We went from Jimmy to really Soul, right?
I don't know where we are right now, actually.
Well, that's not the future present.
Nope. I mean, look at all these fucking ties. I mean, this could definitely be his house. Saul Goodman.
Yeah.
No, he never lived here. What's happening?
Maybe that's his house at the end of Breaking Bad.
No.
They're taking everything.
Did you see his office? It can't have been his house.
Who knows? He made money with Walter White and Jesse Pinkman, so maybe that's his house.
Dude. Maybe it's a what could have been. No. I don't want to believe that. Like a potential future. I mean, we started in black and white, and then we went to colors, which is different from what we usually do. So, because you guys, you know us, we love to.
There's always a meaning behind something.
Yeah, the bottle, yeah, thingy.
So, two options,
No
guys.
explanation.
He kept it in souvenir of Kim, or he's still with her.
I don't think this is true.
No?
It's too much.
Don't
He's
think
an
that's
extra
true?
character. He's an extra guy, but this is too much.
Nothing's impossible, guys.
I think maybe this is what it would have been like if he had followed the path of what this bottle thing means.
You think?
The path of, you know, the guy he wanted to be and the guy, the path that Kim likes right now, but he's afraid of it.
Maybe.
You know, the path that, the one that never stopped being a crook.
But
even
in any case, that means that he got evicted and he's lost his money.
Yes. So it's not a good ending either.
Both endings are not good.
I mean, hopefully they're gonna take care of him. Put him in a safe place. He's supposed to be able to leave. You are not a girl in a horror movie. Run!
He is a girl in a horror movie, and
Yeah,
Lalo
but-
is the villain.
The thing is, he is the Jesse character in Better Call Saul. And we know how it ends for Jesse, so I kind of have hope.
Well, he survived, but at what cost, right?
Yeah.
Anybody see you?
No.
Keep it that way. You're in Salamanca territory. Everybody's gonna be on the lookout for you. And I mean everybody.
Is it done?
Yeah, he's dead.
No! Why would you lie to him?
When we hang up, take the battery out of your phone, head north. Stay out of sight. We're fixing up a place for you to lie low.
It's a bad spot for him.
Come on, you can do it.
He's a good guy
Doing bad stuff.
who got stuck in a bad place
Yeah.
because of choices, yeah.
I know.
Don Eduardo, ¿está bien?
Tuve un accidente. Perdón por la molestia.
Untripped.
Por supuesto.
I know I said it, I think I said it in season 5, but I am happy he survived this. I think season 6 is gonna be even better with them around.
Yeah, I really do love Lalo as a villain.
Because especially since we don't really know what happens to him.
Don Eduardo, qué gusto verlo. Le daría la mano, pero...
Ah, cabrón, yo nomás el hombre de la montaña.
Arréglate para Don Eduardo. Báñate y rasúrate.
Ah, sí, claro. Déjate el bigote si te ve bien. Sí, don Eduardo.
¿Cómo va Mateo de los dientes? ¿Ya mejor?
Sí, su dentista trabajó tanto. Antes Mati pasaba la noche entera sin dormir por el dolor. Ahora duerme como bebé.
With him, it's the fact that he can be so nice, and then we could expect him to, out of nowhere, just punch someone. You know? Like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did something bad here.
What are you gonna do?
Well, his family just died. Like, the people he
but
trusted just
they're
died.
nice, they're helping you.
I know, but he knows someone betrayed him, so maybe he's
Everybody's
on
a suspect.
maybe he's on a hunt, yeah? I mean, part of why he also told him, you know, go shave. Take your time.
You missed a spot.
Yeah. Not close enough.
Quedó bien, ¿no?
Muy guapo.
Oh, no, he's killing him because he's gonna look like him.
Oh.
Oh, so that's why they think he's dead.
Oh.
I would assume the time frame doesn't fit, though. So,
That,
like,
oh man. That's smart.
that, I mean, I think
shit.
that's what he did. So, like, sort of like he escaped, but then he dropped, you know, dead because bloodlust or something.
Yeah.
And so that's why they were like, oh, he's dead. It's
Yeah.
better they think he's dead. That's, I mean, yeah, like I told you, he can be really nice and then,
Lalo Salamanca is dead. Gunmen broke into his hacienda last night. Hired operators from the look of it.
It was messy.
no.
But who did this?
1 minute I hear talk of the Colombians, the next traders. Traders close to home. We know this much.
Que no los das.
Don Eladio has put a price on his head. Every man we have is searching for him. When Vargas found, we'll know who he was working for.
And that's why I'm afraid for Nacho. Because he could definitely kill him.
You must be careful, Gustavo. This is a dangerous time. No one is above suspicion. I understand.
Because Gus could definitely get rid of Nacho if... Because
He's
he
a
knows the
liability,
truth.
yeah.
Yeah.
The mercenaries are dead to a man. And yet, their mission was a success.
Something's fishy.
It has been known to happen.
Yeah, but
I
coincidence.
could go down there and get Varga, bring him home safe. Unless you already have something in the works.
Speak your mind.
Loyalty goes both ways. Varga's done everything you asked him.
Do
Tell
not
him,
let him
Mike.
down, please.
Mike likes him.
When all is said and done, the kid deserves your respect.
You kind of owe him for this.
He has it.
Don't kill him! The fact that Mike felt the need to tell him that, I mean, he feels it too, you know? There's that possibility.
Yeah.
Hey!
Wink, wink.
Yeah. He likes this Kim, the one that helps people, the one that wants to do good. Maybe he's afraid that, you know, considering he's seen the signs, he's afraid of tainting her even more.
She wants to help people, not one for big firms and companies who don't give a shit about us.
Helping the people that need her.
I rented us a car. So it's
That's true, that's always been true about her.
So Saul Goodman drives a brown Ford Taurus.
Detroit calls that taupe, I believe.
Don't you think Saul Goodman would drive something with a little more flair?
Like in the flash forward that never existed, because I believe it's not true.
Something showy.
Hmm?
And Saul Goodman has an office.
That
Something
will be
packaged.
true. That will definitely
By the courthouse.
be true.
Yeah. A cathedral of justice.
Ah. For someone who was definitely against that, she's feeding the need. He does not end up with a cathedral of justice, but he dressed it like
Something just as flashy.
Yeah.
I was thinking about our first move. On the Howard front,
She still wants to do that.
I think there's a way to get Sandpiper settled and leave him standing. Bruised maybe, but still standing.
So, we're doing that?
I thought we were. Aren't we?
When it's him who has doubts about this, the juxtaposition also of her being such a good person, wants to help, and then this is heartbreaking. I mean, basically everyone can break bad.
What were you thinking?
You sure?
No. Fucking put your pants on and say no for once. The harm in listening is that you're feeding into this.
Okay, they're on the fourth hole. Assuming they're playing 9, that should give you about 45 minutes safely. You all right?
Yep. Piece of cake.
It couldn't be more clear that he's uncomfortable. Honey, notice. But the worst I think is she notices it, but she's like, oh, if he's having doubts, it doesn't matter. He always ends up doing it anyway.
You and I are standing on hallowed ground. 5 residents have played on our course. Oh, really? Starting with Dwight D. Eisenhower. But the story goes back even further than that.
Norman, can I have a sec, please?
Kevin, hey, how's it going?
For the life of me, I don't remember how his situation ended.
what to say. That is not.
He got played in his office because of the copyright of the photo.
Yeah. By the way, like, I've been wanting to say, it's been so long, there are so many details. I'm like, fuck, I don't remember what that was about. I recognize, like, a lot of stuff, but sometimes I'm just like, fuck.
I'm so sorry, but I've just been reminded that in fact we have a 2-year waiting list.
2 years? Wow. Maybe I could go on the tour anyway. I mean, because I'm here, just in case.
Well, unfortunately, we suspended tours.
Sure.
For the moment.
Just so I understand, you were going to give me a tour and then you realized you don't need new members? It just doesn't really add up. I mean, I came in and everyone was rolling out the red carpet and then all of a sudden something changed. I don't...
Mr. Goodman,
Goodman, the name. The second you heard it, everything turned on a dime. Waiting list, I think you're talking about an exclusion list.
Oh, he's playing with God. He's good.
So, listen, if you're going to be restricted, have the courage to say so.
Making
There's
a
no
spectacle
question.
of himself.
Here it is, folks.
But
Anti-Semitism
it works.
alive and well right here in Albuquerque.
Sir,
We have many Jewish members.
Oh, good. Well, you met your quota then.
That's gotta be the biggest load of horse crap I've ever heard in my life. You're about as Jewish as my Aunt Fanny.
5,000 years and it never ends. Here it is, violence. It always comes to this.
Mr. Wachtel, please.
I missed this.
Go to hell, you lying sack of shit.
Do you at least have a bathroom that I could use, seeing as how my stress like that is hell on my diverticulitis?
The men's locker room is the closest. It's straight through there.
And I would be allowed to go in there.
Yes,
Sorry about
of
what's
course.
happening to the subtitles.
They are deeply affected by what happened.
Yeah, 5,000 years of this.
It's okay, folks. I'm leaving. All is well.
He got what he wanted. He's gonna have, you know, his tour.
Need a towel? Sure.
Hey.
Alright.
At least we can answer that he's not committed to it.
Yeah, gotta think fast and yeah.
Fair enough.
Howard?
What?
Ah.
This can't be.
Sure looks like it.
Where did it come from?
The
Didn't it just
naked
fall
one.
out of your locker?
I don't see how.
They're gonna start spreading doubt. I hate that they're doing this to him. And yeah, I never thought I would really feel bad for the guy, but this is where we are.
I mean, he can be a jerk
Find it?
Yeah, but not that type of jerk.
sometimes, but
Maybe this was all too subtle.
Nope. Not too subtle.
of course we're gonna say that's mine. Who knows, right?
The thing with Saul is he kind of disagrees with what they're doing, but he prides himself on his ideas and his techniques to get there, so it contradicts everything.
Even if he's against it, once he's doing it, he's gonna do the best.
But like I said, he likes to pat himself on the back.
He's good at it. He knows it.
He's feeling the grief
Hector,
too.
are you awake? You have another telephone call.
I'm alive.
Tío. Tío, ¿me escucha? ¿Reconoce mi voz? Que siga pensando que estoy muerto, tío. Mejor así. Yo fui el pollero.
I love that he's basically also hyping the fight between Gus and Hector for Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Tío, no hay ninguna prueba.
Because like if he hated him before, now he like.
Vigilando a sus hombres y no encontré nada. Espérenme. Si hay una prueba. Y sé dónde encontrarla. Adiós, tío. Me va a ver pronto.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
I changed my mind. I'm not going.
And?
And you give me back my money.
There's no refunds, asshole.
I told you. Be nice.
I'm not sure you're gonna crust today, guys.
Yeah.
How did this? What? Oh, it did this?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lo siento, pero van a tener que encontrar otra manera de llegar al norte. Abuela, usted encárguese que todos reciban su dinero.
I'll say it again, but the thing with Lalo is he has this side of him that's pretty nice, pretty chill. Then he kills people, then he turns around and he's pretty chill. I mean, proof in the South could be Nacho. He could be looking for him. I don't know.
I think that's a big ass
but-
proof.
Well, yeah, if he gets the guy who helped do
he
it.
has man. Well, he's supposed to be dead, so
Nacho?
No.
No,
Lalo.
yeah, Lalo's supposed to be dead. But that if he had gone north and looked for something, that's one thing. But staying south and looking for proof that Gus is responsible means that the only thing I can think of is you get Nacho, and then you'll get the answers you're looking for.
The link between him and...
it's just that by proxy,
Gus.
I had assumed he was already looking for Nacho, or at least he was... But then he was fixated on Gus.
Yeah.
So... But then, like, it's the thing, in my mind, it was clear that the guy that ended up not being here when everyone died is the one that opened the door.
Yeah, but I think that they understood that
It went beyond him.
If Nacho did it, it was because under someone's order, you know?
So he focused on Gus, and then he let Eladio
deal with
Nacho.
The list of people,
Yeah, so he's gonna stick to that hotel room for a little bit. And then it's going to be dangerous as fuck. Because like I said, everyone knows everyone, so... And they all know the Salamancas. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that woman is kind of working for Gus, and she's aware that she's not supposed to ask questions, perhaps. And she's just like, oh, giving him the key, and that's fine. But then if she has to answer to Lalo, and he starts asking questions, and then threats come into play, like, I'm it's a big if, because, like, he would have to really know, like, this woman is responsible.
This model, this room, this time.
Yeah, but, like, people hear, people see, like, we've seen a lot of that car that was in the parking lot of the motel, so that means that there are people in the rooms at the moment, so anyone could have seen him. Like, he says no one saw him, but who knows if someone was watching out the window like he did. So we don't know if someone saw him, or, if someone walks by his room and hears something. Like, we don't know what could happen, and then word can spread.
So many things can happen, yeah.
Yeah, or just when he has to get to that truck, whenever it passes, like, who knows who's going to see him? Who knows, if they realize that those guys have connections with Gus, like... Anything could happen, so it's dangerous for him as long as he's south. And it's not going to be any less dangerous in the north, because we don't know what Gus wants to do with him. I do have hope that if he wanted to kill him, he would not, waste that much energy to bring him home. So there's that. Mike isn't trusting the situation that much.
It's been a while since I've watched Breaking Bad, but to my knowledge... Gus is a man of his word.
Yeah, but he's also not above killing you if you become a liability.
Yeah,
which he is.
Above all, he's a businessman.
And yeah, but
it's about the business.
It's not that it wasn't about business with him and Nacho. It was about threatening him.
Yeah.
So like you said, they forced him to do this. Like, it's not like he has any loyalties.
Yeah, they forced him, but he still did everything that he was supposed to do.
Like, Mike is like, he earned your respect, which is true. But then Walter White also had Gus's respect, and he still tried to kill him.
I mean...
Because he became a liability. And right now...
Not just that.
Right now, I'm not comparing it to...
What became a burden to, with his attitude and his ego and everything.
But I'm not comparing the two in that way. I'm just saying that, like, Gus is about the business, and he's still very early in his business building. The lab is becoming a thing slowly, but he's nowhere near being ready to be the Gus Fring that we know from Breaking Bad. And so he's on thin ice, especially since now he also knows that Nacho is a target, and Eladio's looking for him, and everyone is suspicious, and eventually, if someone hears that he helped Nacho, eyes are going to be on him, so that's dangerous. So that's why I'm like, he's not going to be safe north anyway. We'll see. We'll keep that up. This is like a good luck charm for Nacho. What did he say? At the very least, we know that by the end of the season, or at least in the past, Saul doesn't know if Lalo is dead. So that's a thing. And I think it was Ignacio. Yeah, he said it was Ignacio. So as far as we know, maybe he was trying to bluff or something, he doesn't know if Nacho is dead. So those two could be both, but in any case, like, could be either. But whatever happens, Saul is not going to know about it. So we'll have to wait and see. There are no clues for us in Breaking Bad. Not for these two characters.
All right.
In any case, that was great to come back to, to this show. Like I said in the episode, I got a bit not confused, but
trying to
so many details. I was like, shit, it's been so long, I don't even remember what they're talking about. And I got frustrated with myself a little bit because I'm like, usually we are so into analyzing everything and then we try to remember every detail. So like not remembering that much of the main plot, I'm like, fuck, like I'll have to go back and watch some of the reactions because that guy, especially with the Sandpiper thing and the guy from the club, whose name I forgot, but he's got the accent.
Yeah, the guy from Miss Ever there.
Yeah, and everything that led to let's bring down Howard and stuff. Like all that stuff was at the end of the last season, so it should be fresh, but it's been 2 years. So,
yeah. A bit more than 2 years, actually.
We'll talk about this in between episodes or something.
Sorry, guys. Let's talk about Howard and what they're trying to do.
I feel bad for him.
From season 1 till now, he kind of grew up on us.
Yeah.
And what they're trying to do is so... That's a jerk. That's a dick ass move.
Because like he did some shit, but with all the truth that came up with what Chuck truly did, and what he truly did, it was mostly Chuck who was against Jimmy, but
pretty much always Chuck.
Yeah. So the fact that we found out he wasn't that bad, and then he tried to help, and with Jimmy and Howard, it's always been more of a pity thing, like not a pity like I pity you, but a petty thing, sorry, my English, but more of a jealousy thing. Like, you get to have what I wanted, and you act like you're better than me, and, it's more of Jimmy judging himself and looking down on himself, and then comparing himself to Howard, and it doesn't really matter what Howard does. Jimmy has that outward view of what he wants Howard to be like, and he judges him based on that. So by proxy, we kind of looked at Howard the same way, and before we learned the truth, it was also with the facts that Jimmy knew. We were like, oh, he's really an asshole. And then, when he tried to help, we started pitying him a little bit, and we were like, oh, okay, he's growing on us. But Jimmy never stopped, judging him in that way.
Well, in a way, for Jimmy, Howard is technically what he
could have been.
What he if he decided to go straight, but he's still a crook lawyer.
Well, in the beginning, if he had been given a chance to.
Yeah.
Which he wasn't given a chance. But in any case, I was saying in the episode, sometimes in TV shows, if you deal with a main character who's a crook or, likes to bypass the law and stuff, it's one thing to cheat the law to, for example, bring down a drug dealer or, like you hide drugs in his locker because he already deals with drugs, but you cannot catch him with drugs, so you're bypassing the law because you're not supposed to do that. Mm-hmm. But still, you're doing it with an intention that's noble at the end of the day, sort of, depends on the character, but still. With Howard, it's the fact that they're doing something that's so out of character. I don't want to see where this is going to go, because I don't want to see just how low they can bring him. And he's not going to be deserving of any of that. Like, it's one thing to be an asshole sometimes, but he's not deserving of that type of retaliation.
Yeah, they're going to spread rumors about him, like a drug addict.
It's just a first phase, too. It's just a first phase, because their goal is not just to spread rumors and have him, lose face. Like, eventually, they want to bring him down. And, again, details from season 5 and stuff, I need to go back and check. I should have done that before the first episode. But, it's all, at the end of this, Howard is going to lose everything. So, yeah, I don't like that. And it sucks because, especially in the beginning of this episode, Jimmy is obviously so against it. Like, he does, and I think there's a part of it that's like, it's a bit too much.
He knows that Howard is not
deserving.
He's not a jerk deep down,
Yes,
he's a lawyer, that's for sure, but he's not a jerk deep down. He's not a bad guy deep down.
There's a part of it that's probably that. I think there's also a part of it that's Kim being the one leading the charge on this. Like I talked about how Jimmy feels perhaps he's tainting her, and there's just I'm trying to talk like intelligently.
Well, it's different from playing a character like just like they did in the bar. Like, you come up with a storyline and you just
that's not what I'm
crook
talking
someone
about.
and take his money. But that, right now, she's trying to take down someone to ruin his reputation.
But that's not what I'm talking about. Like, the fact that she started, like, she's such a good person who wants to help the little people, who wants to do good, and he looks at her fondly when she does that, and then she brings up, let's take down Howard, and it's like you said, it's true, yeah, it's not like when they do it in the bar, like, it's not a pompous rich person who they just crew over for a couple bucks. It's someone's reputation, it's someone's job, it's someone who doesn't deserve it too. And she's the one that's usually against it, and he's the one bringing her to his side normally, but now she's leading, and she's the one that's like pushing for this, and I think he's seeing that as a red flag of, oh shit, I might have gone too far with her, and now she's tainted. So with the whole, you know, oh, he doesn't want to do this, yes, there's a part of it I think that is linked to, I don't want to destroy Howard like that because he doesn't deserve it.
But if you think
and there's a part of it that's, I'm afraid of what I've done with Kim, and I'm afraid of where she's gonna go.
Mm-hmm. But if you think about it, last time that he did
We
something...
sound so proper. It's because of the ties. Like, if you think about it.
Okay, last time that Jimmy did something similar was with Chuck.
No.
Yeah.
He's done several things like
No,
that.
but-
He's screwed over people several times.
No, I know, but ruining someone's reputation or someone's liability?
Yeah, playing off of lies and
credibility,
stuff.
yeah.
But then, like, yeah, with Chuck...
It went south so far for Chuck, and he died.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know?
He played off
And
of
Jimmy,
he played off of a weakness, a sickness that was already there.
Yeah.
And made it sound like it, you know, he had nothing but this, and that led to his death eventually. Yeah.
And Jimmy wasn't traumatized by it, but he still got shocked and affected by it. So maybe there's a little bit of that in there.
Yeah, but considering that happened so long ago, and ever since then he's done this. I'm not sure.
It's
Like,
good
maybe
at
that's
keeping it down, keep it inside.
I mean,
you know?
at the end of the day, all we've gone through, all the experiences and stuff, the lessons will change you. So that, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, oh, he's sitting there looking at Howard and he's thinking of Chuck. But, I mean...
You remind me of my brother.
Maybe it's a part of why he feels uncomfortable about this. But, I mean, he went through something very scary. Like, basically, it's all about the path you choose to take. Like, in the beginning, we saw the flash forward of the life that I'm assuming is the life that Saul Goodman should have had.
I kind of like
my idea.
Your view on that, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that it always starts with a view of the future. But, so we went from black and white, which is usual for the future, to a colorful life.
What could have been.
Of what doesn't exist, what could have been. So I think that's why that wasn't color. And at the end of it, we see the
totem?
Well, the little thingy from the bottle. That
the bottle cap,
yeah.
The one that cuts so much?
That fell down. That's always been a metaphor for the path you choose, you know, the wrong path that you might take. When Kim takes it and stuff, that's when she breaks back. That's when she thinks of going back to those games that she played. And when he takes it, it's like him wanting to be more Saul Goodman than Jimmy McGill. So having that be important right at the beginning, and then having them both struggle, like she's definitely going more to the bad path because she's enjoying more of the adrenaline. Like she enjoys, and that's the thing, she likes both paths because she likes to be with the kids, and she likes to, you know, help them out when they don't have anyone. Like she likes to help the people.
Yeah, but why she's gonna stop after she face off against this big bad guy that was Lalo? You know,
Well, she enjoyed that too much.
Someone came to the apartment with big guns, with big threats, and she stood up to him.
And as for Jimmy, that was the contrary. He usually preferred the bad path because he felt more at ease in it, and he felt like he owned that one. And when Lalo showed up and it became clear that that path was eventually going to get him killed, and let's be real, like he almost died also in the desert last season.
Yeah,
he still has the fucking scars.
It went close, yeah.
It got really close, and like we literally, I mean, the reminder also of the best second lawyer
Best second lawyer
with the bullet hole in it. which is, by the way, like in my opinion, it's kind of a reminder of their relationship and everything that should make him good and everything that she wants him to be, and now it's been tainted and she's throwing it in the trash. Metaphors. But then, yeah, like, he usually sticks to the bad path, and then it got really, really crazy, and he did not handle that well, because at his core he's not supposed to be on that path. He's not supposed to want this. So he's backtracking, and he's like, fuck, maybe I don't want to do that as much. And then he sees her going down that road, and he's like, okay, fuck, what have I done?
Well, with Jimmy, he likes to play with the law, to do whatever he wants with it, but not on a big, bad scale. That's the thing with it.
Sorry.
You know?
I'm sorry, I'm just interrupting you for a sec. It really does feel like we're trying to talk like really proper and stuff.
We're in a job interview. So what did you think about this episode and Jimmy's character?
Yeah, I know. It's like we have standards to uphold because it's been so long with.
No, but I mean,
BCS.
we've seen Jimmy trying to do some little scams,
he's done a lot of shit, but
at his core, he's not a crazy drug lord or something like that.
Well, neither is Kim, but that's worrying that she enjoyed that much, and now she's the one pushing for the destruction of Howard, like a mean and unlawful way to get what she wants. It's usually him who does that. So yeah, I think, the uncertainty at the beginning of the episode was interesting because, like, I had hope that he could try and push her back, but then the season might not be that great or dramatic if he had convinced her not to do that. So, and there's also the fact that we saw it in this episode especially, and I'll repeat what I said there, but you got Jimmy not really liking seeing Kim do this and not really enjoying perhaps the idea of doing that to Howard and everything we just talked about. But then he goes in, he has to do the job because he doesn't want to disappoint Kim, he doesn't want to go against her, he wants to keep her, and like I said, she just fucking threw their cup in the trash, Like, there's a really good chance that if they do this again, they won't come back from it. So he wants to, he wants to have her around, so he's gonna stick to her and do whatever she wants, even if he doesn't like it. Then he goes in, doesn't go as planned, so he has to resort to tactics that he's used to, and stuff that he's good at, and there's the pride. I think he really likes that pat on the back because he never really got one, and again, it's that feeling of, I'm doing something I'm good at, I'm doing something that no one else could probably do, which is not true, but in his mind, he's probably,
well,
he feels
maybe not good as he can do, though, because he's really good at his...
But he's in his element.
With his tricks, yeah.
Yeah, and his lies and his performances. He's a showman, and he's in his element, and the fact that it's working makes him feel good about himself. So he goes back in the car, and Kim is like, fuck, like, I don't know if this is gonna work and stuff, but then there's the pride again, like,
too subtle?
No, it was perfect. He knows it because he was there, he did it, his tactic, what he does is perfect in that environment. So it's a drug for him, it's a temptation, and he's going through it just like Kim is doing. It's just that for him to be like, oh fuck, I'm looking at Kim and I'm looking at how it's changing her and I don't like this, and still not realize that he's also doing this, is sad.
You know what? What you just described to me reminds me of what happened with Jesse and Jane, with the fact that she was a temptation for Jesse to go back with the drug, and she tempted it to
Well, they fed each other.
They fed each other.
Which is what also is happening here.
Yeah.
It's just, he got her into it, but after a certain point, they started feeding each other into it. So,
and we know how that happened in the first place.
Well, we don't know what happens to her in the future. So we'll see. Well, with
someone's gonna watch her choke on her vomit.
No. No. I don't know, but there's been hints that she might be alive. Like Jimmy saying, like, call that person and stuff. Like, in the future, we've seen hints. And it's the fact that when they did Breaking Bad, they didn't think about Better Call Saul. They had to add stuff in Better Call Saul that wasn't in Breaking Bad. So the fact that he never mentions her doesn't necessarily mean that she doesn't exist, that she's dead, or she's no longer in his life.
True.
It's just that she's obviously not spending her every day with him, you know?
Yeah, I don't think so.
But she did talk about the future of Saul Goodman and talked about finding him an office and stuff, so she could be involved in the process of creating the Better Call Saul that we know in BB. In any case, I feel bad for Nacho. I'm scared of Lalo, but happy he's alive because he brings personality and
Ninja
danger.
Lalo.
He brings all of that to the show, and he's gonna go against Nacho and Gus, so that's gonna be interesting. And I kind of want to see if Mike is gonna bypass Gus to try and save Nacho, because if he needs help in the South,
his conscience wasn't happy with what happened.
Yeah, but then there's also the part of me that's like, if he goes against Gus on this, I don't think Gus would be happy. I mean, they are not as close. Not that they were ever close, but like their relationship is not
They're
as
not
crazy.
Breaking Bad close yet.
But still, he works for him, and like we said, like Gus doesn't like to be, ignored or betrayed or challenged and stuff. So if he does something that Gus explicitly told him, like, I'm taking care of this, stay away from the Nacho problem, and he does something that might also put Gus in the line of fire, I would be scared for Mike. And we know Mike is fine with Gus and Breaking Bad, so yeah. I mean, overall, as a first episode of season 6, a lot of reminders from the last season, a lot of setting up, not much action, but that's fine. And we know our players, and we know where they're going this season, so it's gonna be exciting. Yeah, it was good.
It's good to be back, guys.
It's really good to be back. And I'm excited because episode 2 is also out, so we're gonna check that out. Although it won't be out for you guys till next week. But
sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be out on Patreon, so if you're a patron, you can check that out. And that's pretty much it. So unless you have something else to say about the episode,
it's all good, man.
It's all good. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this with us. Like I said, if you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon. Check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be out on YouTube next week, guys. So stay tuned, and we're gonna see you next
By the way, no, I'm cutting you off here. By the way, it's gonna be up on YouTube earlier than it was this week because we had a bunch of power outages. And it was difficult to record Better Call Saul this week. But next week it should be up either on Tuesday. It's probably going to be up on Tuesday.
Next week.
So yeah, check that out.
So keep an eye on it and see you next time.
Bye.